Part 1. Children of the False Darkness. 1. For ages, man has labored under a misunderstanding. He has called the perversion of occult power black magic. This is an improper use of the word black, for black does not mean evil. Black is the basic not color of all things, it is the source of all being, and represents the body of the absolute intelligence. All consciousness and light are born out of the chaotic blackness, and cosmic night, with its dark pralaya, is the father-mother of creation. Black darkness must forever shroud the workings of the infinite, and no matter how much light there is in the human soul, it is forever surrounded with the dark, seething substances of chaos. All manifestation is a concretion of dark and unmeasured possibility. 2. The children of the dark birth who labor in the blackness of this substance, molding it into myriads of unseen and unmeasured forms, are not evil. They are the sons of Satan, the Black Father, who, like the very darkness of chaos itself, must in time swallow all of his creations and, in so doing, bring them back to life again from the death that men call creation. We are all born out of this dark abyss and have no right to call it evil. It is the parent of gods and men, forever wrapped in the unexplorable robes of its own mystery. Out of this blackness, nature's unfathomed treasure house, man must exhume the stone of his own soul in the same way that the miner removes the diamond from its sheath of black carbon. 3. The dark lords of Saturn are the builders of the first dawn, the morning of blackness, and from the friction of their strivings were born the first flaming sparks of dawning consciousness. They were the mind-born and other Brahmins of our chain of globes, being delivered from the brain and mouth of Brahma. Their throne is made up of solid substance and the chemicals of solid matter. They are the satanic outpourings, the spirits of cold darkness. 4. In the diagram that follows are shown the 4 births which have come out of the body of Brahm, Brum, the unknown blackness, the X of being. 5. There is a false darkness and a true darkness. The true darkness is the womb of light, the false darkness, the perversion of the light that pours out of the true darkness. Natural darkness is the basic principle of things, while the false darkness is the result of debasing the power of the angels of Satan. 6. The devil, the archetype of misuse, is not a son of Saturn, but a son of man and the false darkness of earth. Man is the incarnation of the germ of mental intelligence, and black magic is possible only to intelligent beings. 7. Absolute spirit, minus all the sheaths of vehicles, unformed and uncompounded, is true darkness, the dimensionless basis of all that is, has been, or ever shall be, and the ultimate veil behind which all creation must retire. 8. Absolute crystallization is the false darkness, and is the colorless vibration at the lower end of the spectrum, opposing the colorless vibration at the upper end of the spectrum. Both ends ultimately are swallowed up in darkness, one in the darkness of spirit, and the other in the darkness of matter. 9. Life lives in darkness and dies in light, form lives in light and dies in darkness, but in dying really comes to life, for life, as we know it, is pure death. 10. Natural darkness is unawakened possibility, false darkness is perverted opportunity. The philosophy of opportunity. 11. If it were not for opportunity, in its various forms, there would be no perversion of power. There is an old saying, opportunity makes the thief. Opportunity is the eternal temptation, without temptation there could be no sinners. Therefore, when the higher powers brought man opportunity, they also brought him sin and death. The one who brought him light brought him also the false darkness. Light and shadow are inseparable, the shadow of light is the false darkness, for the creation of the first automatically brings the second. To be free from temptation, man must be free from reason, to be free from darkness, he must renounce light. Thus he becomes a renouncer of opposites, for in accepting one opposite, he must need to accept the other. 12. Temptation is the price that the human race pays for intelligence, therefore the serpent of wisdom is also the eternal tempter. When man learns with his growing intelligence of the powers of nature and, most of all, of the power that he himself possesses, there comes with that increasing knowledge ever greater responsibility. If man today knew of the God powers that lie dormant within him, he would be the most dangerous creature in the universe, both to himself and to the plan of things. The soul must grow with the knowledge that it gains, otherwise the organisms will ultimately destroy each other. Action and reaction must build strength of character, so that the will is always strong enough to curb the desires. When this is not the case, and desire runs rampant, then, regardless of the position of the organism in the path of unfoldment, a black magician is created. 13. Man has no free will at the present time, but merely the power of choice over a certain area of incidence brought, by his ever-growing consciousness, within the scope of his comprehension. These incidents have been differentiated by his evolving organisms from the dark primum hyle, or the true blackness. The greater his growth, the larger the area of his choices and the greater his independence.